here. Hello, everybody. It's been a minute. When you hadn't done this in a week, it felt like forever. But welcome once again to the one and only. It is, yes, sir, the Big Time Show podcast that is being seen and heard live as we speak on Podbean and the Spotlight Sports Network, the YouTube page of the Spotlight Sports Network, as well as the Twitter page as well, being seen and heard live, obviously, on my pages that are on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch and Twitter. Welcome to the Big Time Show podcast, where, it's time, y'all. Yeah, it's time. It's no sense of playing around with it now. It's time. Training camp begins this week. Jerry Jones once again comes to the mic tomorrow with optimism and celebration and selling hope, selling dreams, selling the fan base that this could very well be our year. Been hearing it for a long time, y'all. We about to hear it again on tomorrow. I get to hear Stephen Jones say player acquisition is always open. Only to find out that he still shops at Pick Pack. You understand? Only to find out that he shops in the thrift store. You understand? I'm sharing, y'all. Y'all see I'm already crunk up already. I need y'all to go ahead and share. Because, training camp, I'm already a little irritated because I know I'm going to hear the same things over and over and over again with the Jones family. So I'm used to it. I'm kind of, y'all know it's the truth. I mean, I don't want to kill y'all dreams because some of you guys have optimism and you're excited and you're ready you're ready. You're ready. I get it. I know. But when you've been on the road like I've been on for a long time, half of y'all were just born in the 90s. I was born in the 70s. So, and our last championship that we won, some of you guys were, maybe even in kindergarten, if you even were born. But I'm a little older, I'm 49. I'll be 50 in a few months. I'm used to hearing Jerry and Steven say the same things. I get to hear Coach McCarthy talking about, what he gonna say tomorrow, right? Y'all already know. Okay. We got to run the ball. We got to have a balance. We got to run the ball. I'm gonna hear all this again, we're gonna hear all this again. I'm like, hey, and I guess we're supposed to hear it. I know. We're supposed to hear it. I get to hear it again, hopes and dreams. I get to hear him say we got a pretty good offensive line. I get to hear that again. I'm gonna hear tomorrow the praise of Tyler Smith tomorrow. You know that, right? Oh, he's this, he's that. I get to hear that. I get to hear him lie again about the health of Tyron Smith again. I get to hear that. Y'all know what time it is, right? It's the Dallas Cowboys. It's time, y'all. It's time. It's time for some of y'all. If you're in the field of drinking, you probably need to go on stock your bottle now. It's time. It's time. Go on, get your stuff. Go on. It's there for you. This is the time. This is the time where if you haven't been taking your blood pressure medication, This is the time where you probably need to go ahead and start getting your refills ordered. Yeah. Call your local Walgreens and all that. I'm finna come to the comments in a minute, man. Hey, Joe, I'm sorry. Hey, Joe. Freddie, what's up? This is the time for all Cowboys fans. This is the time. This is the time that you probably need to go ahead and, get all your stuff together. Joe said I'm 60. Jay ain't seen the Super Bowl. Yeah. You mean he's seen all of them except the Colts and you're older than I am. So, I get it. See what I'm saying? See, Joe and I are tired. We're tired. We've heard all this stuff before. And we're getting ready to hear it again. We're getting ready to hear it again. We are. It's okay. It's okay. You're supposed to. You're supposed to, give your fan base hope. But I went through all the introduction, and let me speak to people on that. Hey, Miss Ty, I see you on Pod, man. Hello. Listen to me. Listen, y'all. We done heard it before. All right. We got to hear it again. Okay. We get to hear it again. But that's not really what I want to talk about tonight. I got all that out of the way. I'm not convinced about I won't be, I won't talk about that part. Joe said, I just want to see a Super Bowl before I die. Lord have mercy. Yeah. I had a hairline the last time we was in the Super Bowl. I had a hairline. I had hair, actually. I actually had a pretty good haircut. I had all my hair was black. I had a little beard. My beard was black. You know what I'm saying? My hair was black. I had all that. Now look at me. now look at me. Now look at me. I look like Martin and Eddie Murphy off Life when they got older. Now look at me. See? I done had teeth pulled since we won the Super Bowl. That's age, I done had teeth pulled. I done had certain. My back, my back. I was 23 years old last time I won the Super Bowl. I'm 49 now. I'm just saying, y'all. This is how long it's been. I done went through literally a generation. And some of y'all haters that's gonna watch this later, please be quiet, because y'all ain't won in 50 years. So don't even come. Be careful what you say right there. Be careful. I don't care nothing about we win. I'm talking about winning. Some of y'all can't talk. Okay? Don't start with me, because I get you. You understand? I love it. But that's not what I want to talk about tonight. I want to talk about tonight about Kelvin Joseph and the result of it. What's up, Sid? I see you peeping in. I want to talk about that because I think, if you remember what I said, I am expecting the Dallas Cowboys to have a top 10 defense this year. I've said that for the last, since last year, end of last year. I said that if we sign some of our guys back, which we did, I believe that another year under the system of Dan Quinn will only make this team better. And I believe that we're going to be a top 10 defense. Parsons is just a monster, and he's only going to get better. Our pass rush is pretty good. No question about it. And our back end is pretty good too. And I said that if you remember, I said that if we have the right players or right additions, This team, I think, could even challenge to be a top 5 defense. That's how good I think the defense is going to be this year. When you're solid up front, when you're solid, I've said questions about the linebacker position. I still got a lot of questions there. But the back end, our safeties and our corners, I believe, are good enough to be a top 5 defense. I believe it. Now, I was saying that we need to add people like, if you remember when Bobby Wagner was available, I was the first one to say, please sign him since he had an interest in the Cowboys. Please. That would have that's a power move that can make you a top 5 defense, just adding a guy like him. Lately, everybody's been talking about Anthony Barr, who I think is a solid player, and I believe his addition would make us top 8, top 7. Maybe not top 5, but you only get better when you add a guy like him. That's what I was saying. However, I wanted to talk tonight, I guess this is pure speculation, that we have somebody on our team that can make us a top 7 defense. Yeah. If we play them, if we go ahead and put them in, this defense will just get that much better. I'm talking about Kelvin Joseph, boss man, fat minute. 2nd round pick for the Cowboys, 4.1 speed. 4.2 speed. Ball hawk, cornerback. A pretty good cover guy. If you don't remember, you probably need to go back and look at his tape when Kentucky played Alabama and he held the Heisman Trophy winner Devontae Smith that year. This guy can play. Now, we all know that he like rapping and all that kind of stuff, and there's nothing wrong. What's up, Coach? I see. What's up, Ultra Cowboy? He said, I would trade for Roquan Smith. He's holding out. Roquan is a dog. I love to have him. He's young, too. He can flat out hit folks. I would love to have him. Joe said Madden 23 has our top 10 defense. Top 10 has our offensive line ranked 4th in the NFL. What you think? Madden 23 top 10 has our offensive line ranked 4th in the NFL. Well, it's kind of unproven, Joe. That's the only thing I say. We got to see it first. You see what I'm saying? The question mark is obviously our center and how good is, the rookie going to be at guard starting off. So until we see it, at least for me, I got to see it first before I put my judgment on it, really. There's been a lot of linemen that came into the league with a lot of press on them, and then they get to the league and get destroyed. I'm not saying Tyler Smith is going to be that way. I don't think he is. I've already, if you remember in my show, I said I believe the kid going to be a Pro Bowl in this first year. That's me, though. I think he's that, but I got to see it first. He's just too strong. He's got quick feet, and he like hitting people, and he like driving people. That's a good formula for an offensive lineman. So I would love to see how they start off, Joe, to answer your question. But let me get back to Kelvin Joseph before gonna be a long night at all. I see you, Coach. I think some of us have forgotten the tape on Kelvin Joseph. I believe we have. And I want to remind everybody tonight of what this dude can do. But before I do that, let me get the obvious stuff out the way. Some of us it's not me, but some of us owe an apology to Kelvin Joseph. because the court of public opinion struck immediately when Kelvin Joseph was kind of tied into that murder or whatever, that shooting there. And he was in the car. But it's just in case you don't know, and I'm quite sure you do by now, the police department there has freed him, has made him clear of any wrongdoing concerning that matter. He has been declared essentially legally free. And many of people jumped on him when this situation came. A lot of people were judging things off the way it looks like instead of the way that it is. And nobody knew what it actually was because you weren't there. And so the public opinion went off of pure speculation. And in today's world, you are guilty before proven innocent, unfortunately. That's how the world works now. It was up Cincinnati, I see, whenever something happens, people automatically judge. They already have them in handcuffs. They have them in solitary in the prison. They already have them already locked up. That's what a lot of people did to Kelvin Joseph. Some of y'all owe an apology to him. Some of y'all do. Some of y'all owe an apology to Kelvin Joseph because the bottom line is you were wrong. Now, I understand the NFL Roger Goodell can do what he want to do and still suspend them and all. I get all that. But as far as him being involved in a murder, as far as him, that mother you predicted he going to jail, all that kind of stuff, you owe him, what's up? You owe him an apology tonight. You do. And you got to do it on my show. I'm just saying you owe it because you were wrong. The opinion is wrong. He's free, at least from the eyes of the police department there. He's free. It's nothing, according to them, nothing happened, at least from him. Now, his friend, of course, that's a whole total different story. But as far as him, the police department said he's free. We're not investigating him anymore. No wrongdoing with that. People owe him an apology. Oh, ain't no doubt about that. People owe him an apology. Now, as I said before, Roger Goodell is in the next hurdle. He may suspend them, because they don't go by the police. They got their own rules, and the rules are if you damage the NFL brand in any shape or form, you're open for suspension. However, this is my question. Cause see, I ain't forgot. I haven't forgot. Did Robert Kraft get suspended? Yeah, the owner of the Patriots. Y'all remember that, right? Do y'all remember what he got in trouble for? That caused, brand damage, if you ask me. I mean, you in a massage parlor, you done paid for services, quote unquote. Okay. And then he essentially paid off everybody. He got the tapes. The tapes that were there, Robert Kraft did. The tapes are gone, so you can't look at the tape because he done bought them off and destroyed them and all that. But there was no suspension, there was no fine, there was nothing. And you see what I'm saying? Yeah, whoever this Facebook user is here, who's ever on there, you're right, cheating. He got caught for that. Now the Patriots paid for that, so I ain't talking about that. I'm just using his latest one, which was the massage parlor thing. Now, if Robert Kraft didn't get suspended, and public opinion didn't get him nothing, then I'm going to say that since the police done found Kelvin Joseph innocent, he shouldn't get nothing. Nothing. He shouldn't be suspended. He shouldn't be. There's no way in the world you can tell me that. I could bring up the argument. That's another That's another whole conversation, because the truth of the matter is that when you really look at it, Deshaun Watson and Robert Kraft did the exact same thing. Come on now. They both got massages. They both went to the massage parlor. They both got services, and Deshaun Watson gonna be suspended. But Robert Kraft, however, drinking Mai Tais every Sunday up there in the booth when the Patriots play. Y'all ain't gonna help me, but y'all know it's the truth. Huh? They are. I mean, hey. And I'm just saying, if you didn't get Robert Kraft, then you shouldn't get Kelvin Joseph. Hello. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But we know how Roger Goodell is, so it is what it is. So that's the last hurdle that he will have, Kelvin Joseph. Now, here's my point. Then I'm through for tonight. Here's my point. I've been calling out other names that I think that will make this defense a top 10. You know, I'm already saying we're gonna be a top 10. I was looking now, how can we become a top 5? I wanted Bobby Wagner so bad. I wanted him so bad. We passed on Von Miller. We passed on, and I'm not mad about that. I'm just saying the names that we could have gotten. We had the money. We passed off that. I believe everybody wanted Anthony Barr. He would have made the defense better. You know, some of these names I'm calling will automatically elevate you past a top 10. Bobby Wagner would have made us, I believe, a top 5 defense, because it would have freed up Michael Parsons for real. That's how you use your best weapon, line them up everywhere. When you got a Bobby Wagner in the middle, you can do stuff with everybody else. That's why I wanted him. It would have been perfect. But we didn't do it. Anthony Barr, with the injuries that we've had at linebacker and the uncertainty of LVE and Cox, we don't know what Cox is yet. I haven't seen Cox run. I haven't seen Cox run. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing. Y'all say he ready. I haven't seen it yet. Until I see him run, until I see him, do what he do, I don't know what he can do. I hope he can. See what I'm saying? I got to see it first. And once I see it, I change my position. But I wanted some more security there with Anthony Barr, because he would have been a perfect fit. But we didn't do it. So there it is on that. I'm trying to say this. I'm saying, okay, I'm saying top 10 with what we got now. But I never thought about that we can make ourselves at least a top 8, top 7 defense alone and get that help from what we already have on the inside. I totally eliminated Kelvin Joseph. I didn't even think about him, because I thought he wasn't going to be here. I thought he was going to be suspended for a little bit. I did. I didn't think he was guilty. I just thought, and he very well still may be. I just thought that I totally eliminated him from. I didn't even think about him, and that's raggedy on my part. I totally forgot about him. I did. I totally forgot about him. Now, here's my bold prediction, because things are about to get interesting if he is able to play. Now, this is what this little whole show is about tonight. If he is able to play, then we are about to have a pretty good cornerback fight for the number 2 cornerback between Kelvin Joseph and Anthony Brown. Now, a lot of you are going to dismiss the fight because you already think that Kelvin Joseph is, better than Anthony Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, I hate to tell y'all this. Let me tell y'all this. And let me tell you. Anthony Brown had a good year last year, y'all. I don't know what y'all talking about. Anthony Brown had a pretty good year last year. When you break them down, I know it's gonna sound crazy because see, all y'all thinking about is the Tampa Bay game when Antonio Brown got just destroyed Anthony Brown. I get that, but hello, y'all can't name but 1 or 2 games now. Other than that, he was solid. Yes, he was. He was solid. Got to give him credit. Now, if you're asking me, do I think he was better? I don't. I got to see a little bit more from Boss Man Fat. But here's the thing: he's a 2nd round pick, and y'all know what time that is. He got to play. If he's eligible to play, we got to put him out there. I think he can handle the load. I do. And I think that if you get a lockdown corner, because that's what Kelvin Joseph is, he's a lockdown, man-to-man cover. He can play. Always no question about that. Y'all don't forget. Y'all need to go back and look at his tape. Oh, he can play. He was coming on strong last year at the end when they started sneaking him out there playing outside. He was good. That is gonna make us better. Here's the reason why. Watch this. It's another fight that's about to go on. If Kelvin Joseph is our number 2 cornerback, which I believe if he's eligible to play, he is going to be, because he's a 2nd round pick. You ain't gonna leave him on the bench now. That's not about to happen. If he is our 2nd cornerback, then look at the beauty after that. We already know Diggs number 1. Mr. Lord have mercy Diggs himself is number 1 cornerback. Yeah, we already know that. Okay. Let's just say the boss man is our number 2 cornerback. Good Lord. Are there any better 3rd and 4th cornerbacks better than Mr. J. Lou and Anthony Brown? Please tell me that. That's why it's going to be a top 5 defense. Because if we go to nickel, forget boss man and Diggs. Okay, forget that. I know I can't say. See the thing, I can't say even if it's flipped, that if Anthony Brown can play, if Anthony Brown beats out boss man or he starts, I don't know how well Kelvin Joseph can play inside. That I don't know because he don't play it. And I don't know that. So I can't say he can or really can't. I don't know. We all know that Jay Lou can do it. Which asks another question. I'm saying I'm going off the what if game. Y'all just come on, help me here. And let's play what if together. If boss man is your number 2 cornerback, who is your 3rd cornerback? Is J. Lou your 3rd cornerback? Or does Anthony Brown, who can play inside? We've seen it. If he's your 3rd cornerback, are you telling me that Anthony Brown is on the depth chart now goes to number 4? Because one of them got to go to number 4. See, a lot of us were saying, since we got boss man, let's go ahead and trade Anthony Brown because we knew this day was coming. And J. Lou, I mean, come on now. If J. Lou is healthy, he is our 3rd cornerback. Some of y'all, you know what I'm saying? The truth be told, a lot of y'all thought that he should be a starter. See what I'm saying? I don't know if I haven't seen, I can't speak to it. I don't know. If Kelvin Joseph is our 3rd cornerback and he can play it, that's good too. I mean, come on, y'all. Can you imagine? I'm trying to get y'all, yeah, Nation, of course. If he's improved. Let me tell y'all something. When we go to a nickel or a dime look, or even a big nickel look, the idea of, to me, because I've seen it before, the idea of Diggs, Hooker, Curse will move down. I'm sorry, he'll move down and get to the linebacker position. But Hooker, Hooker, Diggs, Boss Man on the other side, and J. Lou, and possibly Andy Brown all on the field at the same time. Oh my goodness. That's top 5. Because that's a nasty secondary. Oh my God. Hello, y'all. Are y'all seeing what I'm saying? It's gonna be a battle. Personally, I don't think there's really gonna be a battle. If Boss Man is there at the beginning and there's no suspension, Boss Man should beat out whoever Andy Brown. He should. But the beauty of it is, it's really not Diggs and Boss Man. The beauty is that experience of Anthony Brown, who can play inside, and J. Lou in between them. Oh my God. Oh my God. Y'all remember how J. Lou used to blitz all the time? It's coming back. Oh my God. It's not. I'm excited about Boss Man. But good God, it's right under that's got me really excited. Because I'm cool with Anthony Brown on a third wide receiver. I'm actually cool, as crazy as it may sound. I don't really think it's crazy. I'm taking my chance with Anthony Brown in the slot, even on the tight end. Figure that one out. I'm serious, y'all. The beauty is not, you're right. I want to know, who is this Facebook user here? Who are you? Because I like what you're talking about, and I'm not going against you. Y'all see in the chat box there, whoever this Facebook user is, that's what they listen to you by. But I like what you're saying because of what he just said here. He said, keep your eyes on Deron Bland, the 5th round pick. He coming. He going to have to battle to get in there, though. You're going to have to battle to get there, but I do like him. Oh, is that Mr. Cowboy, Jerome? Why in the world, Jerome? Jerome, I don't need to pull you in here. It's almost time for you to come back, too. It's time for you to come back, Jerome. It's time. I know who you are. Mr. Cowboy Nation. That's all I need to say. This is my brother from Memphis. Just in case y'all don't forget, he has a show, Let's Talk Football. He has his podcast. He's from Memphis. That's my guy. He's going to be on the show with me a lot this year. I'm probably going to be on here, so y'all get ready. Yeah. I already know. It's time to come on back, son. Let's roll. But look, training camp start. Jerry start talking tomorrow, so it's time. You go on, dust your bed off, get your mic ready. Let's go. All right. Jeffrey, I see you over there. Jeffrey Murray on one of my pages here says 3rd and medium or 3rd and long is pressure time. Man, look, the Cowboys are going to be this year. I ain't got no question about this. The Cowboys as a team will be up there this year in the sack department. They will probably be top 2 or 3. I'm serious, in quarterback pressures this year. I'm serious. I see this thing, but I'm really excited, and you ought to be excited, not because of the beautiful, but yeah, be excited for Boss Man and be like that. But man, look, if your 3rd and 4th cornerback are Anthony Brown and J. Lou, there is not no other team in the league that has that as your 3rd and 4th cornerback. No other team. Look at the experience. There is no better. Somebody got to show me that you can take a starter in Anthony Brown, move him inside, and he played a great year last year. Oh, I'm excited. I didn't know that. I apologize to Boss Man fan. I hope he can hear this, because I was looking for Anthony Barr. I was looking for Bobby Wagner to make this team a top 5 defense. And I be dang. Y'all call me crazy all you want, but I hope y'all seeing what I'm saying. You put another lockdown corner over there with Boss Man. And you move them down, you move Brown down, and J. Lou there, you can be a top 5 defense. I can see this. And I'm excited about it. And you notice I'm already talking about our defense because whether you are witnessing this or not, of course they got to get on the field and play. But I see the strategy. I really believe the Cowboys are trying to become a dominant defense. And the Cowboys, they're figuring, at least this is me thinking, they probably won't be the number 1 offense this year. But if you got a top 10 to 5 defense and your offense may be between 7 and 10, guess what's going to happen? You're going to win a lot of football games. You're going to win a whole lot of football games. If you got a defense that can hold a team under 20, right at 20 points, 21, I'm serious, y'all. If you can hold a team, and you know, when you got a top 5 defense, we talking about holding teams under 20 now. I believe we got the capability. If you got that, your offense ain't got to be number 1. Your offense could be a top 10 offense, top 11, top 12, and you're going to win a whole lot of games. I believe that's going to happen. I don't believe we're going to have the number 1 offense this year. I believe we ain't going to be no trash, though. I believe we're going to have a top 10 offense. Just going to be number 1. I still believe Dak going to do what he do. Lord have mercy, we can run the ball. Look out. You know, I ain't got much confidence in Kelvin Moore, so I ain't going to even get on that. I'm trying to be nice tonight. I'm trying to hold my peace. I don't trust Kelvin Moore. I'm getting to the point I really don't like him because he don't know how to drive the car. He got a car, but he don't know how to crank it up. That's what I'm saying. So I'm excited about the possibility. Hopefully Roger Goodell don't try to be a hero and suspend this guy. Hopefully, since he's been cleared by the police have said, again, for those that are jumping in, just in case you don't know, Boss Man Fat has been cleared by the Dallas Police Department. He is not being investigated anymore. They have cleared him of all whatever. So they're not even looking at him no more. He's not going to jail. He's not. Now, of course, Roger Goodell, being the hero that he is, will act like he's the police department and will suspend guys. You know, I got a problem with that personally. If the police say you're innocent, how in the world the NFL saying you're not? It just don't make any sense to me. But anyway, that's the world that we live in now. Now, everybody that's on here, because I got a few more folks that done popped on here. That's what if you look at that, this is what was said before, if you can see that. They said that Dallas Cowboys, this Sports Illustrated said that the Cowboys should cut Anthony Brown and re-sign Anthony Brown as Kelvin Joseph's backup. They said they could cut him. You know, that's what they're saying. They were kind of confused as well. And the situation made it confusing because you didn't know that you didn't have, there was uncertainty with how this situation was going to, work for Kelvin Joseph. You just didn't know. But now that we do know, then he has the expectation of being the number 2 cornerback. I mean, that's why you drafted him. That's why you drafted him. Now, I don't know if, Y'all saying it's not a battle. I'm saying it is because listen, y'all got Anthony Brown messed up now. I'm serious. He had a good year last year. Y'all done forgot. I know he had a couple bad games. I understand that. But you just talking about 1 or 2 games. They did play more than 2 games now. They did. Anthony Brown had a solid year. I mean, if you one of them people that love Pro Football Focus, you know that Anthony Brown was right there at the top for grades as a cornerback in the entire league. Come on now. Let's not act like he just got cracked every game. He didn't know. That didn't happen. This dude had a good year last year, which is why I'm saying it's going to be a battle. I believe Anthony Brown, especially since he know Kelvin Joseph. Yeah, exactly. Especially since he know Kelvin Joseph has a good chance of playing without suspension. Oh, you finna see Anthony Brown to give his best because he don't lose his job. And he had a good year last year. I don't think it's just as easy. And I like that. I don't think it's just as easy as everybody think it's going to be. I just don't think it is. I think that if we have a legitimate battle for the number 2 position. And I think Anthony Brown I believe Anthony Brown is the leader right now. He got to take it. Kelvin Jones got to take it. It's Anthony Brown's job to lose. That's what I feel about it. I sure wish I knew if Kelvin Jones could play inside. I just don't know. I don't know. Somebody here may know. Maybe y'all watch more film than I did. I know he's quick as lightning. He has tremendous twitch in his hips. And that's technical stuff for those of us that really break down stuff. He has waggle in his hips. It means he can turn. I like Kelvin. I just don't know if he can play inside because I ain't never seen him before. Maybe y'all have. I haven't seen him. So I don't know. If he does play 3 and he can, that'll be good too. He's dangerous. You get a Kelvin, good Lord of mercy. You get a Kelvin Joseph and a Diggs as your outside cornerback. It's gonna be dangerous for quarterbacks. I'm telling you that right now. These guys get their hand on the ball. I ain't gonna try to sell y'all like Jerry about to do. I'm just saying this right here is kind of like common sense to me. This is a legitimate reason why you should be excited because either way, and I don't know, like I said, I don't know if he can play inside or not, but either way, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. If I had it my way, Kelvin Jones will be outside, and that's what's gonna happen anyway. Once they go to the dime or nickel, anyway, Kelvin Jones is gonna go outside, and the Brown gonna play inside. It's gonna happen anyway. Yeah. Jeffrey says the same fans that been waiting to throw Anthony Brown off the cliff are the same ones that swore Bradley Anae was the second coming of Terrell Suggs. That's true. Bradley Anae, y'all forgot about him. Anae, he was an All-American, first team consensus All-American from Utah, got all them sacks. But his nick was he was too small. And folks thought that he can bypass that in the league. He got swallowed up by left tackles in the league. So he came right ahead. All they do is just push him. He was done. He was too small. That's why he's not here no more. Too small. But a lot of people have given up on Kelvin Joseph. I didn't know. That's amazing to me. And I'm almost done. It's amazing to me how folks give up on folks so fast. All of a sudden, and when we first drafted them, you remember we didn't get a Horn or Surtain. And a lot of folks say, well, who is this? Kelvin Joseph. See, that's folks that just got hung up on Patrick Surtain and then Horn. Everybody got hooked up on. We didn't get them too. We thought the world they came to the end. This dude right here is the truth. If you don't believe me, you need to go watch his film. Kelvin Joseph is the truth. He can flat out play. He will hit you, and Lord knows he can go ahead and uncover as well. This dude can play. Everybody forgot about that. But then we changed the narrative on him like he was pure trash because of a situation. It didn't take away his football ability. A lot of y'all didn't want him because he rapped. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. Because he rapped. A lot of y'all didn't even think, oh, I wonder if he like rap more than he like football. I mean, come on now. Come on now. Some of y'all owe him an apology now. Some of y'all owe him. Joe says this. The only thing that scares me about Kelvin Joseph, let's hope he can stay away from trouble. Well, Joe, I think that we can lean on this. He knows now. He went through this stuff. And it almost caught him. So we hope that experience is a good teacher. Is a great teacher, actually. That's what we hope for. He already was close. He was close. That's the only thing that we can hope for. I believe the kid done learned. He almost saw his dream leave. That should wake him up. You know, you get that. At least it teaches him how the effect of being in the wrong crowd. Because again, he didn't do anything. That's what the police said. That's what the police investigated. He didn't do nothing. Yeah, he was in the car, but he didn't pull the trigger. He didn't point the gun. He didn't do nothing. He was in the car. He didn't do anything. That's what the police said. Okay, so technically speaking, he was just riding. Y'all don't want to help me. Technically speaking, man, he was just riding. I know y'all don't like what I just said, but that's essentially what the police is saying. He was just riding. That's it. He didn't do anything. He didn't. So the only trouble then. So we can erase that. So what do we have now? Erase this theory because he didn't do anything. So now we back to square one with him. Does he like rap more than he like football? There you go. That's where we at now. I said I'm not even going to acknowledge something that he didn't do and act like he did. He didn't do nothing. So I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not even going to acknowledge it. The police do not acknowledge it, so I'm not going to acknowledge it. So I'm back to square one with him now. Can he stay healthy? Number one, because he was hurt, starting off. And then number two, if you want to bring this up, it's all you. Does he like rap more than he like football? Because I'm not even acknowledging this no more. I'm following the police lead. They say he didn't do nothing. I'm saying he ain't do nothing. It's over with. So we got to stop charging people for stuff they didn't do or we got to stop charging people for speculation. You know what I'm saying? Speculation don't mean it's facts. Sometimes speculation could just be fantasy. He didn't do nothing. But I'm back to football now. I ain't back to moral stuff. Let me get off the moral stuff because I end up preaching and I don't feel like preaching tonight. So let me stop. Let me tell y'all something. You should be excited tonight because of the possibilities of what can happen with Boss Man Fat being on this team. I'm trying to tell y'all, this dude can play. What Jeffrey says is good a rapper he is following not even that big. Those albums he made how old he made them his freshman and sophomore year. That's good news. If he made it in his freshman and sophomore year, what that tell you is he done got serious about football. That's what they tell me. Because the rappers keep rapping, make a little money on the side, and hustle up some money by selling your album. That's good. If he ain't made nothing since his freshman and sophomore year, that means he's locked in football. See, thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you, Jeffrey. See what I'm saying? Y'all see what I'm saying? See, these are the answers to the questions that some of y'all have. If he hadn't made, what Jeffrey said, he has not made an album since his freshman and sophomore year at Kentucky. Okay. That means he ain't done nothing but play football since then. And we here debating on, well, not in this conversation tonight, but there's been many that's debating on whether this kid is dedicated or not. See what I'm saying? See how quick, you see that? Sophomore year in Kentucky. I think he left his junior year, played 1 year, coming down to his second year. So it's been 3 years since he ain't put an album out. And we want to talk about some folks still wondering if he dedicated. That's sad, man. That's sad. All right. Are y'all excited? That's what I want to know. I want to know if y'all are excited about the possibility. That's all I want to share with y'all tonight. I'll talk about Jerry Jones after I hear what he got to say and listen to Stephen Jones say the same stuff. I'll talk about all that tomorrow or when I come back. Training camp is here, ladies and gentlemen. It's go time now. It's showtime. The grass is waiting. The grass is waiting now. We're about to find out where the dog's at now. That's what I'm ready for. All right, phone line open. There it is. It's on your ticker. Podbean, if you're listening, it's right there as well. I already see Coach already here, ready to rock. Let me bring him on in. There you go. Sent the invite there. And there he is. I believe Coach Marv, are you there? Come on, talk to me.
Can you hear me?
I hear you quite well. Everybody hear you.
Yeah, big show, great show as always, great commentary. I'm gonna give you my feeling about. I'm start off and give you my feeling about Kevin Joseph, and I'm gonna give you from the coach's point of view.
Uh-huh.
He got a lot to prove to me.
Mm-hmm.
And he ain't gonna get no passes about how much talent he got or what his talent was. It's time to dig your feet in, young man, and show what your talent and be consistent with your talent.
Mm-hmm.
You started at LSU, it didn't work out there. You went to Kentucky, spent 1 year. You come in, you're fortunate enough to still have the capabilities, even not playing that many games in college football at cornerback. And you're fortunate enough to be a high second round draft pick for a storied franchise, and here you still run around the streets with people you know you ain't supposed to be. And I know you've been told many a times, not this. Now this is not getting on. I'm just telling you from the coach's point of view how hard I'll be on Kelvin Joseph.
Oh, of course.
Because it's we got too many of our young people that has much talent, but much talent wasted. So it's time for you to stick your feet in the ground, lock in on something, and complete the task. I don't care how good Anthony Brown is playing, and Anthony Brown was the sixth best corner in the NFL. Even his bad games.
Yeah.
We consider the Raiders game as a bad game.
Tampa.
He gave up. Yeah, Tampa,
Yeah.
You look at Tampa, you get, how many people Anthony Brown hadn't burned? I mean, if that was Kevin Joseph out there, he would probably been burned. It made no difference who was out there.
Yeah.
AB is that guy.
Uh-huh.
So, but, the Raiders game, a lot of questionable pass interference calls, but he only gave up 2 catches in that game. That's it. 2 times the guys caught the football.
Coach, he had a real great year to me. I'm sorry. And Brian played great. He had a good year last year.
But this is what I tell. This is my thing with Boss Man. Boss Man Fat. I don't care how good Anthony Brown playing. You got to be better.
Yeah, you got to prove it. I don't know doubt about that.
That's what I want this young man to understand, because I don't want this young man to we give him a pass and then he gets his opportunity because he's a second round draft pick, and then it's not about how you deal with adversity, it's also how you deal with success. So that's how it'll be the coach's aspect, and you're right about now. That's the coach's aspect. Now, from all of us fans, you are really on point. How we going to be judging this guy and all this because we're not in this guy's shoes? We're not even in his arena of working with him or his profession, or know how he's on the field, or know how he is as a person, or know how he is as a player. We just listen to what we see on news reports, and sometimes you know how the news is. It's crazy. Now, the news now just says anything. People now just blurt out anything to get clicks and conversations, and most of the time they say things that's either false or they don't even believe what they say, but they just want to start the conversation.
Yeah.
So that's what, from the coach's aspect, I would be very, very hard on him. But there's one thing I did say. Even though I would be hard on him, I'm not cutting him.
Oh no.
So it's a difference when you say, hey, I'm trying to get him to that point where he's mature and understand where his feet is standing, dig his feet into the ground, and start doing something on a consistent basis, and proving that the talent that he has, and showing the talent that he has. But he's got to do it somewhere. He's gonna have to lock it in now, or he'll always be coming up short, or always be saying how good he is, and it's something else, and he's great. He could be, but this and that. It's time to stop the could be's and start performing. That's what I would be with him. And we just that no nonsense, no sugarcoating it. You got to perform. You got to be healthy. You got to be on the field. You got to take care of your body. You got to hydrate yourself. There ain't no soft tissue injuries for you. You need to do everything you need to do. Take care of your body. Be here every day and perform. That's just the bottom line with that. With him, from the coach's aspect. And I hope that's how it is in that locker room, because I think you can get the best out of him if you challenge him in that type of way. Yeah. So
I like that.
But you're right. If he's there, yes, you got a smorgasbord at your cornerback position. Loaded. J. Lou. I think sometimes, and again, I tell Cowboy fans, don't get so enamored when we see interceptions or we see certain big plays. If you look at our secondary last year, and you go through the film and you go through the stats, J. Lou gave up a lot of yards. In that same Raiders game, we talking about Anthony Brown had a bad game. J. Lou gave up 6 catches for 144 yards. So that's what I'm saying. And then at the end of the season, when they started to play Boss Man Fat, they put Boss Man on the outside and they moved Anthony Brown inside, and J. Lou did a little time on the sideline. So those are the type things that you want to get to the point where you got a lot of talent. And I tell you what's going to be very key to this defense. For any great successful defense or team, there must be individual sacrifices.
Yeah.
You really think about it, for anything to really happen great, there has to be some sacrifices. Right? So this team will have to buy in to understand that they're so deep that there's going to be some sacrifices about certain playing times, certain things, You're gonna have to give themselves up here and there because the greater good of the team winning will be the profit of everybody. Everybody would have profit of the greater build of the total team doing well and improving.
Yeah.
And I love what will be happening on this defense. I think now we just got to come together. I think we're a lot more healthier this year coming together in training camp.
Yeah.
We are one more year experience. We got guys moving into their second year. I'm looking for a jump. I'm looking for a more cohesive unit. They know each other. They've been around each other for a whole year. This defense was totally different young last year. I heard somebody in the chat speak about Raekwon Smith.
Yeah.
let me just say this, Big Show. Mm-hmm. Raekwon will be even better than Wagner.
Yeah.
Or Barr.
Yeah. It'd be big.
Ooh.
Young.
Raekwon.
Young and your flat foot hit some folks. Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, now you got your thumper that can run, but he gets, other players in other cities don't get the acclaim like Cowboys players do. So you may not hear much about Raekwon Smith in Chicago like you would hear about any guy in Dallas because he's not on the biggest stage.
Yeah.
When you talk about NFL. So yes.
Would love
but I think the Cowboys are sitting pat because they have money. If they need to trade somebody or they have something or they want to make a move, they have assets to be able to cover the salary they get back, as well as they're trying to find out. And I grant them this. With all these collection of guys, they need to see the grass first before they even make a move.
Yeah.
Because you can't just make a decision off maybe a guy that's because a guy's not a late round, because he's a undrafted guy, a late round pick. I say this again, people. 30% of the NFL, well, almost 50% of the NFL is made up of 6th round, 7th round, and undrafted NFL players. Mm-hmm. Almost 50%. Mm-hmm. We talk about guys that's going to be in crucial playing positions for us that we consider are playing very good football or doing very well. And let's look at, we talking about Anthony Brown was a 6th round draft pick.
Yeah.
We talking about Terrence Steele was a undrafted free agent.
Yeah.
So you think back to in the Great Wall. The Great Wall didn't even have no 1st round draft picks. One of the greatest offensive line in NFL history. Guys that came out of Central State, late round draft picks, guys that would switch positions from the defense to the offense, and they became a great offensive line. And this is what we say about players. It's all when you get into this time of the year, it's about if you can play. It's not about where you come from, not where you were drafted. It's about can you play?
Can you play? No doubt.
So
grass. Yes, sir.
Yeah, the grass gonna show it. But I do want to say one thing, and I'm great. We're great on the defense, but I want to speak on something that got me very upset. I wanted to tell the Cowboy fans, do you see what the national media, the Sports Illustrated, you talked about that Sports Illustrated talking about releasing Anthony Brown and signing him back as a backup, or this article that's been out recently about how bad Ezekiel Elliott is, and this is his final training camp, the last dance of his final training camp, or the crushing things that they're going against with Dak Prescott, or the stuff they go about CeeDee Lamb, and even people talking about the window of the Cowboys is closing. This is this propaganda to get you all on a tibby or crazy to believe that your team is not good, because this is what they do. This thing with this Ezekiel Elliott thing, and we're the only organization and sometimes fan base that we have star players we let someone out there make up some make-believe article and use some crazy stats, and when you look into the stats, it doesn't pan out, and then we get so harsh on our own players that we start talking about their last dance and about we need to cut them and we need to let them go before the season even starts.
They ain't played, ain't done nothing. Ain't walked out the locker room yet.
Right, and I tell you, and then then guys come in and we start saying, "Oh, he's an undrafted. He's undrafted. He's a won't make this team.
Yeah,
we looking for draft picks.
Yeah,
but this is crazy. And I tell you, and then people think I'm a Zeke guy. I am a Zeke guy. Just like I said last time, that the defense showed me some great things. When I look back at Ezekiel Elliott's year last year, this tells me why this guy should be a future Hall of Fame. 17 carries a game in the first 6 games, was averaging almost over 100 yards a game, quickness, burst, 40-yard touchdown, breaking tackles. Then in the second half of the season, after we found out the Carolina game, he hurt his PCL. But after the Carolina game, he still had a great game against Philadelphia.
Yeah.
He still had a great game, but the injury kind of got worse. Do we remember Ezekiel Elliott against the last game of the season against the Eagles when he ran for 100 yards? We talking about a guy that had 400 some yards receiving, 1,000 yards on the 6 running backs that have 1,000 yards, and he did this with almost over half of the games with a torn PCL. And we forget about in the Minnesota Viking game, there wouldn't have been a Amari Cooper catch if Ezekiel Elliott didn't break 2 people tackled that was standing right in front of him to get a first down.
And he had the knee injury since week 4.
And he had the knee injury then when he broke through 2 defenders in Minnesota to get the first down. But we allow some article guy to come up and say, "Oh, if Ezekiel Elliott runs for 1,400 yards this year and 14 touchdowns, the Cowboys need to get rid of him because that was a bad contract." And we have cut his carries down every year since the contract.
Every year.
So I ask people, if you had a production and then someone cut if you had production and then somebody cut your opportunities down, how are you going to continue to keep the same production that you had before? This is what I say when we start throwing our guys under the bus and ripping guys and talking about Zeke Elliott contract is an albatross. Ezekiel Elliott, since he's getting $10 million this year, is his contract holding us up from doing anything for getting in players? With his contract, we got $23 million. Have we signed anybody with that $23 million?
Nope.
So if we did have Ezekiel Elliott, we'd have $33 million. But I tell people this, before you throw away guys that are Hall of Fame type guys,
better have a plan in place.
I would do this. If Ezekiel Elliott, if I felt that a running back shouldn't last no more than 5 to maybe 7 to 8 years, I'm going to get every bit of juice out that orange. And so if he leave us after those times, I know somebody else ain't going to get much juice out the orange. But if Ezekiel Elliott leaves out of here and has a 1,300 yard year and 10 touchdowns, almost led the league in touchdowns for running back. 10 touchdowns, 11 touchdowns, and we let him get out of here. We're going to rule we're going to wish we never got rid of Ezekiel Elliott.
Joe says, this coach, Joe said, and don't forget, that Zeke got his 1,000 yards with essentially only 12 carries a game because Kelly Moore would run the ball. He still got
17 carries. Listen, he went from 17 carries a game in the first 6 games, and then after the New England game, he went down to 10 carries a game. Tony Pollard went from 11 carries a game in the first 6 games to down to 8 carries a game in the last. So if you don't try to run, we try to put it off on there. But again, the NFL has done an outstanding job of promoting the passing game in this league. And they have gotten the fans so enamored that we, as I told Law Nation, I was on his show earlier today, and I'll tell you the same thing. We are trying to find ways not to run the football.
Yep.
We will come up with all type of things for not to run, and it could tell how the voices pick up when we start talking about getting receivers, and we would talk about ways to get off the running game. And as Cowboy Nation, we are no better than Kelvin Moore.
Lord have mercy.
Because we are just falling into the same thing. Soon as we run a couple of plays and they get 1 yard, or they don't get a yard, or we get Lord forbid, we get a -1 yard.
Yeah.
We throw the run away and we say we gotta pass.
Yeah.
Or as soon as we see somebody talking about they bringing somebody in the box, we say, oh, if they got in the box, we gotta pass.
Oh yeah.
And I say this last thing, Big Show, and this is summing it up. Football.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I love. It started as a physical, ultimate team game. There's no bigger team game in sports than football, because you got so many working parts at one time.
Mm-hmm.
But what has made football, and is the substance of football, is the physicality of football.
Yep.
And if you cannot will yourself in the physicality of football, all the schemes, all the play calls, all the speed you want to have is not going to win you big time games.
Nothing.
So if we trying to take this physicality out of football because we're trying to make football like the John Madden game where they don't even equate physicality on that type of game. Mm-hmm. And we say speed and catching ability, they don't even rate physicality on that game. Mm-hmm. If we're trying to make football and think championship football is going to be without the physical opponent, look at your national champions in college football. Mm-hmm. Alabama has dominated because they've been the most physical football team in college football.
Exactly. No doubt about it. Gotta be physical.
So that's where we want to go. And Cowboy fans, let's don't fall for all this, man. We got a good football team, but let's don't jump on. We need to start stumping out some of these things and call them stupid and crazy. All these innuendos and all this stuff about getting rid of and killing our players. And we can see that they've got great stats because you can make numbers look any type of way.
Exactly. Appreciate you, Coach, as always, man. Appreciate you always, man. Thank you, man. All right, that's one and only Coach Marr, who always, as always, drops his knowledge in the conversation. And he's actually 100% right on the media part. It's just like tomorrow when the Cowboys start camp, when Jerry gets out there and, does what he does as he always does, always entertaining, whatever. Steven get out there. Well, the national media looks at Jerry almost like a joke. He can't say anything. I mean, I'm tired of hearing him myself. I'm not tired of hearing him because the truth be told, what else is he supposed to do? He's supposed to come out and get on the microphone and say, man, I don't think this team good. I don't think, But on the flip side, when he says his team is good, then the media's job is, because they love tearing the Cowboys down, they're gonna start laughing and control the narrative that way. So he can't do no right. He can't. Because that's just the way that it is. So what Coach said, it's only gonna add fuel to the fire tomorrow. They're gonna ask Jerry about the offensive line. He gonna say, I love it. And then the media gonna say, how can you love it when you have Tyler Biadasz and you have a rookie at guard? How you gonna? I mean, you're the unknown. The Cowboys you can't say that. They're gonna do all that. They're gonna ask about Dak Prescott. Do you think it's time for him to go to another level? The kid been going to another level every year. I'm just telling the truth. He has. He has. I mean, what? His numbers are better than most quarterbacks in the league. But see, the media controls the narrative who the MVP is. I'm not saying Dak should be the MVP, but when you start calling out players' names, it's just like they're doing now. They're already saying Josh Allen, MVP. Aaron Rodgers, MVP. Patrick Mahomes, MVP. They ain't throwing pass yet. You see what I'm saying? So when you got the guys that's going there, you see when they doing that already, then man, you don't really have a chance. So Coach is right about that. The media, of course, is incredible, especially when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys. Jerome, I see Jerome call that number that you see at the end of that ticker there. I'm sorry, I don't remember right. I know it's 901. You'll see it. 90. I'll call it out to you. Go ahead and call in, Rome. It's time to get you unretired. 901-654-6853. 901-654-6853. 901-654-6853. Anybody can call in. I'm just bringing my boy out. My homeboy and my friends I've known for a long time now. Got his own podcast. We're gonna have to do some collaboration together. But anybody can call in right now if you want to. 901-654-6853. If you're on Podbean, you can dial in there as well. All you have to do if you want to call in, you can do that. Hey, what's up? The only crazy lady. So it's all fixed. No, well, when it comes to individual talent, some of that stuff I'm not gonna say is fixed. They just have the media have their heroes when it comes to my MVP voting. Aaron Rodgers has always been, MVP in week 3. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take a lot. Brady, of course. Not saying the guys don't deserve it. I'm just saying, like right now, all eyes on Josh Allen. That everybody has anointed him as the guy already. And I'm like, I mean, the kid is good, but can we at least see him play the first game of the year? I mean, before, you know what I'm saying? Call in 901-654-6853. Jerome, go ahead, man. You can call in anytime. You got to wait till I get through. Go ahead and call in. I'm actually waiting on you. I want to hear what you got to say about this cornerback position. And I want to see if you're excited about this, as I am. I really believe. Coach Marv, I did not ask you because I know you watch film. Coach, wherever you at, if you're on Podbean or on the chat line here, have you seen, as a matter of fact, this goes for anybody. Has anybody seen Kelvin Joseph play inside? I'm not asking to contradict or anything. I just have not seen it. I haven't. I just want to know, for those of you that have watched the Kentucky tapes, because that's where you're going to see it at. Has he played inside and all? I didn't see it. I don't know if he can. I know he can play outside. There ain't no question about that. I don't know if he can play. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he can play inside or not. I would love to. I would have so much confidence. I would have so much confidence if I knew he could play inside. Go ahead and call in, Ron. Go ahead and call in. Post Marv, if you still there, type it in. Let me know. Have you seen him play inside? Because I know you watch a little bit more film than I do. That's a real good question. Because if he can, look out. Yeah, you know, I'm really excited then because now they're interchangeable. I mean, good God. Then it becomes a matchup issue for other teams. There's no matchup issue for us. If Kelvin Joseph can play inside, that then we can play chess. We can play chess. Oh, you got a good tight end? We're gonna put Kelvin on. You got a good tight end? Okay, we're gonna put Andy Brown on. Your number 2 wide receiver, great. Okay, we put Kelvin on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm loving the possibilities here of what's going on. Oh, listen, why it's on my head. Let me tell you something. I believe on Wednesday. There it is. 901. Let me see this. I think this is Jerome.
Call from Jerome.
There he is. There he is. Ladies and gentlemen, back by popular demand, the one and only Mr. Jerome, Mr. Cowboy Nation McNeary of the Let's Talk Football podcast that he will soon be starting on. It's time, but he done made his way to the big time show. Talk to me, Mr. Cowboy.
Big Lou, what it do, man? I see y'all Hollywood and everything. That's
He's so crazy. That's my guy. I ain't nobody, man. I'm trying to get like you, man.
I'm trying to get like you. Yeah, but you know what?
Talk to me.
I was when you was talking about Kelvin Joseph, I didn't forget about him. I thought they were gonna have him. I'm just gonna be honest. I thought they were gonna have him. Yeah, I thought they were gonna have him. But when the news came out today that that he was totally cleared, I was like, well, we may have something.
Uh-huh.
We may have something.
Uh-huh.
We may have some. So, I am excited about it, but I like the direction they headed, like with the attitude and physicality, like Coach was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
So that's why I like the Bland so much, because it's physicality. And I think he may be a developmental type deal. Might be a couple of years before we see him actually get out there.
Yeah. And since you going that route, I don't know how everybody else feels, but man, I love Marquise Bell. My God.
Yeah, I forgot about him too. There's another physical guy. Another physical guy.
I love him. I love him. And these guys that we talking about now probably will be on special team. I know Bell gonna make the team special team, and he gonna go there and hit somebody.
Yeah, and I think that's how the run. I think that's how the run gonna make the team too, as far as special teams. Yeah. But I really want to see what Nashon Wright look like, because of just how much of a fit he is for this game. Like him being a big old long corner, 6'4", can move and run. So I'm really curious about that. He may be the guy that kind of crashed the party.
He gonna have to get it. I mean, the comparison to him is always, since Dan Quinn loved tall guys, everybody gonna talk about Sherman, and that was just a slight comparison. But I'm gonna be honest with you, Ron. I mean, I don't think he got a chance. I mean, start
you don't
outside.
Think he got a chance?
No, not outside. Not outside. I can't see it. I don't know how good he is playing inside. See the wild card is Anthony Brown, and I'm not talking about it skill wise. There are a lot of people that said that we should have traded him, and it was based upon Boss Man getting drafted. And we all knew that he was going to be the man in about 1 year. So us keeping Anthony Brown during this time really was not really on the game plan. You see what I'm saying? We expected him to be gone, but he's played such a good year last year that I don't think they can let go of him. I don't want him gone.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. I wanted him gone just as much as the next man, but to be honest, they didn't see enough from Boss Man Fat
to make that move. To make that move.
Yeah. So really, Andy Brown beat him out last year.
Yeah, no question.
He beat him out last year. So, I mean, and did he piss me off and get? Yeah, but when you look at that playoff game we lost, he was one of the few guys that actually showed up.
He did. No
like
question.
He showed up in that playoff game. And he pissed us off in the Raiders game, but he was the guy that caught that pick that that got us back in there and gave us a shot.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, because I know you watch film. Have you seen Boss Man play inside? Have you seen
not.
It? I
have not.
See, I know you watch film, so I haven't seen it either. So I
have not.
I just so on that basis, if I'm a defensive coordinator, when we get to that nickel, Boss Man obviously is gonna play outside, and I know Anthony Brown can play inside. I've seen him do it. And Jay Lewis there. So when you get that, man, good God, I mean that's awesome. That's nasty for a secondary.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It is,
man. It is. I think that I can't name too many teams. You heard me earlier that when it comes to the third and fourth cornerback, and you threw in Nahshon Wright, like good God, I mean, I ain't seen. I don't think it's a team out there that has that type of talent, that deep. That secondary is deep this year. And like Coach Marv said earlier, the grass will tell the whole story. But I really believe, like I said at the beginning, that we got a slight, cornerback position brewing for that number 2 spot. And it's between Anthony Brown and my guy Boss Man. So I'm looking forward to it. Man, when are you coming back? That's what I want to know.
All right, so
here we go.
We're working out some details now. So like I said, I got you and I got the other show, 3 Stars Talking Cowboys. I gotta get y'all on there because y'all really showed me love. So y'all called me up, y'all been inviting me over. I'm always coming over to y'all house.
Yeah.
Right. So, so I need to make it to where y'all can come to my house. So that's what I'm working on now, trying to get the software together so where I can bring people in and have guests. So that's what I'm working. When I get that worked out, then we coming. So we should be hearing something in the next couple of weeks. Probably see a promo video or something in the next couple of weeks.
You need my help on there. I got you. So there ain't no phone call. That's what you talking about is easy. So that ain't no issue there.
Actually, that was like when me and you talked. That software you put me on. So what I'm doing now with that's the route I'm going. So basically, my producer trying to make it compatible with what he said is compatible.
It is compatible. I'll tell you. We're gonna talk. I'll tell you what you need. It's easy.
Yeah.
You gotta
so it is compatible. He said he got it worked out. I gotta foot the bill. I gotta drop a couple dollars on. Yeah, but so that's what we working out now. So we get that straight, get that squared away. Yeah, so we should be ready to roll about another week or 2, man.
I can't wait. This is my guy, ladies and gentlemen. This is a guy from right here in Memphis, Tennessee. Has an outstanding podcast show. Matter of fact, you can go subscribe to it now before he even get crunk up. I guarantee you're gonna love it. It's Let's Talk Football with Jerome.
Yeah, Let's Talk Football
Go ahead,
with Mr. Cowboy Nation. Yeah, Let's Talk Football with Mr. Cowboy Nation. YouTube. Facebook page dedicated solely to the show. Let's Talk Football with Mr. Cowboy Nation. So if you search any one of those on YouTube or Facebook, it should pop up.
Ladies and gentlemen,
all the episodes on there.
Go subscribe to that now if you can. Jerome, matter of fact, when you get off here, go ahead and type that in, and I'm gonna put it here on the screen so y'all follow him. I will be on the show. because I'm a bogart my way to it. You understand?
Oh, yeah, you know you come with Big Lou.
we gonna collab a little bit. We might okay. Oh, Coach Price, or one that was on here earlier, say he gonna hit you up. He has an outstanding podcast show. And me and Jerome gonna talk a little bit, and we might come and try to do something as a week go by. You know, week by week when the game over with. At least I bring them on my show and we'll talk about it. We gotta come together and, you know, bring more power to this thing. So I'm looking forward to my guy, known him for Jerome. How do I know you now, man? Good God. Has it been? It's been 20 years now. Over 20.
Yeah, it's been about 20.
Oh yeah, so he might like my little brother.
It's been about 20.
He like my little brother, and we're gonna hook this thing up and get it together. Rome, I appreciate you, man. I love you, man.
I appreciate you, man.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my guy. We'll be together. I promise you that. He gonna come on my show. Speaking of that, this Wednesday, West Coast Cowboys invited me to be on his show this Wednesday. Don't quote me on that. It's going to be a little bit late because he's in California. He will be at camp. He will be at the camp in Oxnard. So 7 o'clock California time, and of course, Memphis time is 9 o'clock. So be looking for me on Wednesday. I'm going to be on his show. Actually, and I'm going to, of course, I've, try to share it, everywhere. But everybody knows West Coast Cowboy, one of the best in the game, without a doubt. Matter of fact, he almost kind of like the godfather of this stuff. So it's an honor for him to even just call and ask me to be on his show. So I will be there. Jerome, are you still there? Type in your show real quick so I can put it on there. So I will be on his show, and he will have it'll be good insight from my audience, who will just in case you get to hear from somebody who actually there. All my guys are there, Boss and Law Nation, Boss Cowboy, OC, I think Big Game James, all those guys will be there for training camp. He will be there. They will all be there. So, I mean, you're going to get a lot of coverage this time from a lot of guys. Now, I'm not going to be there. I mean, I'm telling you, I got to go to work. I got to go to work. So I'm not going to be there, okay? I'm going to be leaning on my guys, and I'll be asking the question, Stevens, I need to learn how to do that green screen trick. Just go by the board, man. Go by the board. See, I'm so, look, I'm so, it's crazy. See, this green screen will work, I see it in just one swoop. I'm talking Cowboys, but y'all know I talk Lakers too. And I mean, in just one swoop, there we go. Look, bam, I'm ready to talk Lakers now, That's how I go, It don't take long. You see, it just takes a couple seconds. Bam, right there. Whoa. You need to get you a big screen, one of them big ones now. If you want to look like this, one of those big ones. I mean, I'm ready to go. I mean, look, some of y'all know I got a Christian podcast. Now I'm not live like on here. But if I was live, I'd be like this, I got to straighten it up, but I'd be smooth like that. So, it's just whatever you want. I can make it happen for you, It's just that simple. So it's all about equipment. You know what I'm saying? Just about equipment. Yeah, Steven. Look, you can have it too, man. It's available. All you gotta do is get it, and wherever you are, whatever your podcast is from. Right now, I'm on StreamYard, but I love Restream. I do that, and then of course, they have the virtual thing you can do and set it up. There it is. It's not hard. You know, Kel said Cowboys, but the Lakers really got me frustrated. Oh, they got me frustrated too. I went off last night on our little podcast with the Lakers. You know, it is what it is. All right, listen, training camp is starting. You guys might well get excited. Look, if you're a Cowboy fan, it don't make no difference if you're excited or not. It's coming. Whether you excited, look, for all of us that been talking about Steve, talking about Kellen Moore, look, he there. We gotta go to work with him. Here we go. Some of y'all don't like Coach McCarthy, okay? Look, crying is over with now. It's grass time. It's time to go to work. We know y'all don't like Stephen Jones, but guess what? On the bar, he gonna be sitting on that far end with that cowboy hat on, twiddling his fingers, and he gonna say the same stuff. He gonna say, "Hey, player acquisition is always there," you know, all that kind of stuff. And he be going to the Bargain Center USA to go get players. You say, "Oh, Steven said I like Steven." Well, most of us don't, Steven. You one of the few that like Stephen Jones. You one of the very few. If you're a Cowboy fan, you are one of the very few that like Stephen Jones. I promise you that. And I ain't knocking you. I'm just saying you're one of the very few. I know my crowd that's on here right now. Listen, I'm telling you, everybody on here except you like Stephen Jones. Steven, I don't know if you subscribe to my channel because this is my first time seeing you. I don't know if you have or not, but if you haven't, don't subscribe to my channel, man. You can come hang with me since it look like you're a Cowboy fan. You come on. So I'm getting ready to get out of here. Look for me on Wednesday night with the West Coast Cowboy. Looking forward to that and try to see what his thoughts are as far as so far in camp and what position in battle. We may pick this up. I want to talk to him about this, what we talked about tonight, get his feelings on that, and we'll move on. Listen, as you can see on that ticker there, these are the ways you can support the podcast. It's there for you right there. $sign if you want to do it by Cash App. If you feel like want to participate in supporting your boy this way, Cash App, $sign, the Big Time Show. Real simple. These are the ways that you can follow me. Twitter at Big Time Lou. I'm live there right now, actually, on Twitter. Ain't nobody watching, but I'm there live. YouTube channel, most of you are on there right now, so you see that. Follow me there. I'm on Twitch, Big Time _73, and there's the big one. If you want to subscribe, the Big Time Show 3.supercast.com. That way you can become a monthly subscriber. It's that simple. Whatever you want to subscribe, whatever way you want to, monies that you want to give for subscribing, that's fine. $1, $2, $3, $5, $10, $20, whichever one, you can do that as well. I'll be back with you guys. My scheduled date is on Saturday, but I got a feeling that I am going to talk myself. It might be the West Coast thing, but I think I'm gonna have to talk myself about probably the opening press conference, which I believe is tomorrow, about Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, and Nick pick what they said and see what they're talking about. All right. Again, there are all the ways that you can do it. Listen, also, most of you know I'm an assistant pastor. I have another podcast that's called the Seeking Clearer Thoughts podcast. It's based from my book that I wrote. Most of you don't know I wrote a book. I'm an author. Yes. And here's my book right here. This is my book that I have. Okay, I appreciate you, Stephen. Thank you. This is my book right here. Again, if you want a book, you can go to that Cash App there, and in the Cash App note, send me your address and I can ship this to you. 60 days of reflection, Thank you, Carlos. All y'all Raider fans coming on here. I'm saying about 5 Raider fans. What y'all doing on here? Again, this is my book that I have, 60 Days of Seeking Clear Thoughts, 60 Days of Reflection by me. You can find this on Amazon as well, or Walmart online, Barnes & Noble online. It's there for you. You don't have to do that if you don't want to do the Cash App. It's there for you. You can order it from there. I think it's a pretty good book. It's kind of a devotional book. I wrote it. I think it's pretty decent. A lot of people have bought it and doing well so far. So why don't you support your boy that way if you want to? And I have a podcast off of that. That's what I was trying to get to. My podcast is the Seeking Clear Thoughts podcast that is on Podbean as well. But I put the links in Facebook. I don't put it in YouTube. So you're gonna have to follow me on Podbean. There's another app that you have to download. Search out The Big Time Show. Just search out The Big Time Show, and you'll see me live on that. Well, not see me, but you'll hear me live. That's every Thursday at 7 p.m. Every Thursday night, 7 p.m. Central. So, if you want a little spiritual talk in your life, come on, join me on this Thursday as well. I got a lot of stuff going on, man. When my mother passed, I don't know what happened. Something just got in me. My mother passed a couple months ago, and I just been going ham on this podcast stuff. I used to just do 2 days. Now it look like I'm almost on every day. I got to slow down. I mean, good God. Okay. But anyway, appreciate you, man. Thank you, Stephen. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for coming hanging with me tonight. Again, if you have not following me, wherever platform you're watching me from, go ahead and follow me there. Let's grow this podcast even more. All right. I appreciate everybody. I'll see you guys probably Wednesday night. I'll make sure that I try my best to share it on that. So go ahead and come hang with me on Wednesday. I'll be with the one and only West Coast Cowboy. And we're going to have some fun. I'm going to try to get Boss on here as well. I know he will if he got the time. If he got the time, he'll come. That go for law too. And we're going to collaborate because a lot of a lot of people are excited about Cowboy Nation. So let's get the guys who are there, who are going to be there and watching it. Eyewitness to see what's going on. It's always good to watch. It's almost kind of like the Bible. You had Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John watching the same thing, but they got different perspectives and they wrote different things. I think it's good to have somebody like Law, Boss, West Coast, whoever else is there, and they come on and talk about it because you need more than one opinion. See what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try my best to get these guys on my show, and Coach Price say bring me on with the guys. Well, you know what, Coach? We might do that. You might just do that. You might just do that for real. Might just do that. So we'll bring all these combined elements together. See what we're gonna do about it to make a good show. All right, yeah, you gotta have different perspectives. You may look at Kelvin Jones and say, "Oh my God, he's killing," and somebody else look and say, "Not really." See what I'm saying? So it's good to bring different perspectives on it. So training camp gonna be a long training camp, and we got time to get a lot of you guys that's gonna be there to kind of help us in understanding what's going on. All right, I'll see you guys probably Wednesday. My next show for sure is Saturday at 3 p.m. Saturday at 3 p.m. If you're going to come hang with me on the Seeking Clear Thoughts podcast, you have to download Podbean. Download Podbean. And just follow the Big Time Show. You'll be able to hear me and see what we have to offer on that podcast. All right. I appreciate you guys for hanging with me. I'm finna get out of here. I'm hungry. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired, y'all. So if I'm tired, I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? I'm just tired. But I ain't too tired to get out of here. Now, y'all know how we leave now. Y'all know how we leave. If you've been on with this show with me for a long period of time, you already know how we leave here. We leave out of here clapping. Because I'm gonna give y'all something to clap too. That's why. It ain't, you just ain't clapping just to be clapping. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you something to clap too. Because some of y'all need to, some of y'all need to let this stress go of the day. That's what y'all need to do. Some of y'all need to let it go. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna give you about a minute worth of joy. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you about a minute worth of joy right now. I need everybody to get the clap emojis going. Just act like I'm about to do something. That's called faith. Just act like you know something getting ready to happen. I'm something getting ready to happen because all I'm gonna do is push this button, and my voice gonna be gone, and I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna put this in, and I'm gonna get out of here. But before I go, man, look, I'm ready. It's cowboy time now. As Coach Marv said, it's grass time. All the talking, all the analyzing is over. Yeah, it's time to put up or shut up now. Jobs are available. You got to go out and earn it now. You got to go get it. You got to go get it. You want to be the number 2 cornerback? Okay. The grass out here. Let's go. You got to earn your way now. You ain't getting it just because you was a second round pick. You got to go get the job. It's there for you. You got to go get it. It's just that simple, y'all. It's grass time. It ain't no more talking. It's time to buckle up the chin strap now. It's hitting time. It's time to hit somebody. Now, they ain't going to hit each other that hard, but it's time. It's time to get these shoulder pads loose. It's time to go to work, man. That's just the bottom line. It's time to go to work. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. And we'll see you. I'll see you on probably Wednesday, but definitely Saturday for the one and only. Put your hands together tonight. This is the Big Time Show.